Well, which one was it? Who you leaving?
Corner of the Galaxy.
All right. Oh,
I've been dipped
no,
out of that.
that. We just
Mm,
going live
mm,
right now.
mm, 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 mm,
Was I
So
mm.
heard?
I'm not sure. No, no, no. Like it just started right now, but I'm not sure. So still.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple discords that I'm not like fully in. Like I have to get out of a couple because I jammed on them.
So like I have I
Hold on,
have.
hold on, hold on, hold on. While I'm on the topic, you know how happy I am that I'm able to start posting on our fantasy football chat. That one from from now until like January. Is that it?
Not
January?
January. Yeah,
By
January.
January, it's on and cracking. That Discord is my shit.
Oh
And
man,
then from February up until the summer is dead silence. Like here and
nobody.
there, like oh happy birthday or Jesse the Cisco. But
Yep,
now it's coming, boys. It's
it's
coming.
back, baby. I'm telling. Dog,
Yeah.
I'm like 2 weeks into my research, baby. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
My research started today.
My research
Good
is
shit.
never,
Good
I'm doing
shit.
a
never.
different approach today. I mean this year.
Yeah.
I might have to do my research though. Um, at work we're doing 250 buy-in.
Oh no shit. That's a good pop.
What is it
How many?
usually
How
at
many
your job?
people?
Your job usually has one, right?
10, 10. Yeah, at work we play for money.
Let me.
Or we started playing for money.
I manage your shit for 25% though of the winnings.
Nah, nah.
Hey, I'm a good manager for my side. It's just I can't
I
manage my
always I
own.
always come to you guys, bro. If we win it, the dinner and drinks on me, boys.
Basis on you.
It's a big yeah, it's a big pot. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
about
17.
2,500.
No, it's 17 because we split three prizes. So first gets 17,
I
and
mean, baby,
then
all we need right here is a baby like 300 at laces. Then take the
so
rest.
then so then I just need to
Easy.
get third place to get my money back.
I mean, if you want to challenge me, we can make it 700 laces and then, but you can't talk
Hey,
to me for like
challenging
a week,
me?
my man. You can't talk to me for like a week after that.
Oh man.
I looked at, I couldn't see it in the face the day after we went to CDL.
Bro, like that does. Yeah, that was good ass time though, man.
It
I'm
was
not even
amazing.
mad at
I
that. I'm
there were
not even mad
no
at it at all.
complaints. I loved it. I loved every second of it. That shit was amazing, dude.
Yeah, that shit was. That shit got me into fucking into CDO like for real now too. Like I'm paying attention to that
Look
shit.
at us fucking on the news.
Yeah. Yo, like straight up, like, Optic trolled though. Optic mad trolled. The fucked
I
up
think
part
they
about
trolled
it?
because I think they trolled because they were trolling them at the end of the series.
Yeah, about who people leave and then they
Hmm.
end up champs. No, but
Yes, sir.
the fucked up part about it is they trolled and mad people were talking shit. Mad people were talking
Yeah,
shit about Dashy and shit though. Like so,
yeah.
mad people burned themselves for fucking hopping on too early. That's
So what
hilarious.
happened? What's the news? Did they end up cutting those foods or
So
what?
what happened? So there's a thing with Optic and Hex that every person they drop, the person that they drop, whatever team they go off to, ends up winning the league and the championship for that year. So
Mm-hmm.
this year, he dropped the it wasn't Crimson. Who was it? He dropped somebody that ended up on Thieves, and what happened was that the CDL as a whole put out a an asset saying every year that
Yeah.
Optic dropped someone, and then Hex didn't really like. You could tell that it hurt his
It
ego
bugged
a
them.
little bit, like it bruised him a little bit. And I was with Rudy at CDL, and I was like, "Yo, Peep, everyone's just going in on Hex." So what
Yeah.
he did yesterday, he dropped two one he was an all-star for the league. He ended up on the all-star roster for CDL. And then another guy that is good, like you well-known name. If I were to compare him to the Galaxy, he was like he's a Julian. He's a Julian Araujo. He's a a good role player that understands what he has to do, but he's
Yeah.
pivotal to your team,
Yeah.
especially in a team of four. And they announced that they dropped them. So everyone was going crazy, crazy, boom, boom, boom. And then today they released their roster and those same two guys are on the roster. My theory is that he's saying, all right, so everybody that we drop wins a championship. Let me
Now you
drop
guys
these two
coming.
motherfuckers and pick them back up, and
Oh,
we're gonna
okay,
win it
okay.
this year.
Yeah. It what was. Yeah. Never mind. The point is that's kind of tight.
The point
See
is
that
that
shit
we're
running
into
back.
that shit now.
Yeah, I was big time. I mean,
Hex,
I
Hex is
I
on our
like
pod, baby.
I liked Optic and I like fucking Hundred Thieves. Well, I like Eddie Thieves because of Hundred Thieves, right? I like the gear from them. But like going to fucking CDL, that should change it up. Like now I'm into it. I'm interested.
Oh man, we got to do
Have
at
you
least two next
did
year.
did you hop on? Did you hop into Warzone recently, or you just updated because you
Yeah.
had an update?
So I finally picked up. I got myself a Logitech MX Master mouse for work. And then my regular Logitech to game is only connected to my PC.
Mm.
I wasn't turning on my PC because I kept disconnecting and connecting my mechanical keyboard, and I was over, and I saw the mechanical came out from Logitech, and I was like, fuck it, it has you could have up to three computers on it. So I was like, all right, there it is. I have one to my work computer, one to my main computer. So now I switch back and forth, and I updated everything on my computer on Monday, and I started playing Warzone. I did two back to back days on Warzone.
Sick.
I feel like
Any good?
back in my day. It's better.
I haven't played.
It's
I haven't
better.
played in a long ass time.
It's better from what I last remembered. Last remember when they released this new map, it was just hills and
Yeah.
climbing and fucking. I hated it, but I don't know if they did updates or if I'm just landing in a new spot, but I like it a little bit more. Nothing's ever gonna be Verdansk though.
That makes
Verdansk
sense.
holds my heart. There's so many memories on Verdansk.
Well, fucking with Modern Warfare, they're combining both multiplayer and Warzone into the same engine, no?
Yep, we'll see how
Damn.
it goes.
Yo, what up, little Apple? What up, Glenn? What up, Adrian? Yo, my bad. We got off the rails and straight had a little micro gaming fucking podcast in the beginning of the show.
Oh
Hey, Adrian,
shit!
what's
It's
what happened?
someone verified. Also follow from down south
Oh,
confirmed
chill,
the.
chill, 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 chill. We got about 5 minutes and then we can start talking about it. All right, chill. Hold, wait your
Uh,
time. Write your notes or
I wanted
something,
to
dog.
ask
Write your notes.
Adrian.
Don't say nothing yet. Don't change. Don't say nothing yet.
I wanted to ask Adrian what was happening at his house.
Why?
He posted something about digging or something. Es que tiene dinero. He's doing updates and
Oh, yeah,
y
yeah,
cuando
yeah.
alguien tiene dinero es cosa diferente. Fucking idiot.
Damn, he about to have like
Somebody,
some dinosaur bushes, huh? Like that's what he's digging
yeah,
for. He's gonna play.
Backyard. He's gonna
Oh
have a
wow.
pool just for a coral.
Yo, let's talk a little EPL. How you guys doing? How's your teams doing?
I'm happy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Arsenal looking nice, huh?
yeah.
They're
Hey,
talking
George,
right now.
We
George, George,
deserve
George, George, come here,
it.
George, George.
Hold on.
George.
I ain't gonna lie. Look.
Yo, how you
Uh,
doing? How you
Dog,
doing, George?
going into this year, I was like, it can't be worse, right? I'm excited for it. This shit's about to be dope. And Arsenal All or Nothing gets me hyped for the season right before it starts. So it's like, yep,
Yeah, let's
hell
go.
yeah. I could only imagine this shit's gonna be dope. And like fucking man. Hey, but it's cool. You know what? Elon Musk is about to buy out the team,
You banking on
sponsored by
that?
Tesla.
You know what I mean?
And even if we lose with a nice ass Tesla on, right here.
Well, at least it happened now. At least it happened now and not midway through the show. So I'm good. What's up, Opie?
Post-
What up, boys? You guys are back.
What up? What up? What up? Yeah.
Hold on, let me see
I'm excited.
something.
Premier League, but my favorite league, La
La
Liga,
Liga.
started this past weekend too, and that's just been pretty on point.
Maletas, loco, equipo
Uh,
de segunda.
I mean,
Esos de pobres, loco.
nah, I think it's
Stupid.
dope. I think it's so dope. I think that league is legit, and it's crazy because they play what. So I've been watching Premier League for 2 weeks already. Has it been 2 weeks?
Yeah,
And
two
I've
weeks.
been
Yeah,
watching, watching a.
Brighton and Brentford, I could tell you, know.
yeah.
But so I've been watching the Prem, right, and it's crazy because that's the football that I like the most, right? Fast paced, kind of straightforward, like depending on who you're watching. And La Liga's completely the opposite, like
Yeah.
possession wise, and that's more like Rudy style. But like I don't know what it is about La Liga that just I like it a little better. But the Prem's been fun.
You
I'm
know
not gonna
why?
lie.
Because
I've
La
been
Liga's a
watching that
little
shit.
rugged. I like it. It's a little rugged. It fits. I think it fits your style of play.
Really, I
So
think
that
I think the Prem is a little more like
nah,
a little more physical, bro. Like
nah. It's
Yeah.
fast.
No. Prem is more physical than Liga.
you mean? Do you mean like there's more picardia in La Liga maybe?
The style of play is not as it doesn't flow. It's just you adapt to it, and I think that's your style of play when it
Yeah,
comes to it.
maybe.
Prem is boom, boom, boom. Fuck you.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
I
for
think-
Man U, it's only fuck you, fuck you.
Dog. Let me talk about this last weekend. Let me talk about last weekend.
Watch, hey,
Chill.
hey, hold up.
Let me talk about last weekend. Hold on, I ain't even gonna talk. I'm not even gonna talk a lot of shit. I'm gonna talk a little shit. I fell asleep because I woke up early to watch the earlier games, right? So I fell asleep with Man U being down 1-0. And I laughed it off because I figured they're gonna come back, right? I wake up after the game's finished and they drop. They got 4 on them, right? 4-0. And I figured like, damn, they probably got whooped throughout the whole game. Dog, how you guys lose 4-0 in 36 minutes?
You know when they lost
That's just
that
nuts.
game? Did you see the first goal?
Oh
The one
yeah,
they had.
Pepinito,
Oh,
Pepinito, bro.
He has two,
bro.
both goals.
The
Both
first one
goals. He
was
was
the
the one.
worst though.
Oh
Yeah,
my
all
god,
right,
that
dog,
one
but
was
like
easy
that's some
save.
galaxy ass shit though. That's some galaxy ass shit.
Don't
Some
don't be
king ass shit.
disrespecting the G's like that right now, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, my bad. You're
that's
right. You're right. That's like Man United doing it though, right? Like that just trips me the fuck out.
Like, did you hear about the rumors back on today about Ronaldo
to
to Atleti?
Borussia. I
How
saw
you feeling
Borussia.
about that?
I feel weird about that because I
You
don't
gotta
want to
call
get
his
my
daddy.
hopes up.
You
I
gotta
don't
call
want to
his
get my
daddy.
hopes up, but if it's one man to break the curse, it's the man himself, dog.
The one that gave you the one that just the one
No,
The
that
no,
one
just
that
gave
that
you.
curse.
that curse been around forever, you
Oh,
know.
I mean, but he gave it to you for Juve.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm saying like if he were to, I think Atleti's pretty stacked. It's just we're missing like
Oh
a.
my god, this is
I can't even say that
this
they
is this
have.
is pivotal Massa. This is Massa every year.
They have a stacked
Massa
team.
starts,
There's no
and then
The
there's no
the
reason there's no
30,
reason at least for
30,
me this
30.
season to believe that they can't win the league.
Massa, and then
Oh
towards the
shit!
end,
Hey, this is different.
and then Massa,
No, no,
Massa.
no, chill. This is
No,
different.
no, no,
This is
no.
different. This was said. Yeah, say the
There's
shit one
no
more time.
reason why this there's no reason why this season they shouldn't win the league. At least
I'm
I
gonna
think so.
quote Massa at the end of the season. Before it's Atleti, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
not
yeah.
not this year. Not
Every
this
year,
year. Look at
every
this.
year.
Look at the squad from top to bottom. They're stacked everywhere, dog. And they're not gonna lose their right back. They just signed Nahuel Molina.
Hey, before we go live, did y'all see the difference of Luisito Suarez going into the vestirario for Nacional?
No,
Nah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, what
You
the
gotta
fuck!
share
I'm gonna
that.
show you the
Share that.
video. Oh my god, he's like going to a backyard basically. They said people are like he went from the Camp Nou to this.
Hey, but when you love a team, you love a team.
Yeah.
That's love. I mean, money's
I
not
play.
the man
I
has.
played in Roller Park. I played in Roller Park when Roller Park when it was all just sand and dirt and rocks and shit. Though, so you know what I mean. I know
All
that's
right,
struggle.
let's go, boys.
All right, let's go.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 5 my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Massa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What's going on?
Oui, mademoiselle.
So everybody who tuned in on Monday, we're sorry. Mad technical difficulties. I couldn't be on, so it was gonna be a Masa and Angel show.
Turned out to
Unfortunately,
be Masa talking about ramen and shit.
yeah, talking about Gardena Korean food and Gardena and shit. But anybody who
Hey,
tuned in for the
Gardena Korean food, top notch.
listen, anybody who tuned in for the 15 minutes or so that we're live, we're trying to get it figured out. I appreciate y'all. But we're back Thursday night for this week. Another episode straight from the stands. With that being said, oh no, wait, it's already here.
Whoa.
Really? Now? We got nothing
I
to
mean, I
talk
thought
about, huh?
good. George, how you doing, Papan?
Doing pretty good. I think my biggest thing right now is upgrading my desk right now since I'm mostly on it for work. I'm almost there. I just need to stand up, and I think I
Do it,
that's
baby. Oh man, I gotta shoot
Okay.
your link. I just caught something this week that I'm gonna shoot your link for.
Word. Oh, today I was on site for a part. Quick, I was on site, and one of the offices that they like stashed me in had a standing desk.
Oh yeah.
my god! Even now, like I was putting the thing up here, sitting down, and the
I just kind of like.
oof.
So,
All right.
I just copped a footrest, right? Because I have a standing mat that I use when I'm standing up, but when I'm sitting down, I wanted something, when I'm sitting down for comfort. I got a. Let me see yours. Oh yeah, I got one dead like that. Yep, might be the same one. I got one dead like dog. Stop it. That changed my life today, dog.
It's life changing, dog. Life changing.
The standing mat when I'm standing up and that when I'm in the chair, yo, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. Maza, how you doing,
I'd be
Papa?
walking like this off my posture just after.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Just
doing good, dog.
you got a stand up desk in your
Chilling.
job.
Nah, I got.
I'm
Well, I mean, yeah, I can, but no.
fucking with
Yes
you.
and no. Yes and no.
How you doing, Papa?
I'm chilling, baby. I'm in a good mood. I'm off this weekend. I don't have to work Saturday,
Nice.
Vamos.
so a lot of Prem and La Liga action going on this weekend. So I'm pumped for it.
We're gonna catch the Arsenal game.
I'm trying to. What's up,
Let's catch
baby?
the Arsenal game, and then we shoot through the fucking through to the stadium. I'm not gonna play. I'm just gonna go kick it and shit.
Bolo bolo.
Maybe,
Déjate mierda.
maybe.
Let's go for un ratito más. Now you drive. That way I'll bounce with you, so I won't get in
Que
trouble.
son, que son llorones, bro.
Vos
Well,
no
let's go.
debes que jugar
Let's go
pendejo, vas a ir
scout.
a
Let's
ver.
go scout. Let's go scout only.
I'm only scout borrachos, dog, and then I'll pass me a regia, and that's it.
It's a wrap.
Game over.
All right, boys, we back. Let's get into it, man. Wanted to go live Monday. Wanted to get it done early. We did it Thursday. Not a bad night to fucking come on though, right? Like there's it got lit up just a couple hours ago for the Galaxy fucking Twitter land. Masa, why don't you break it down? What I know you've been looking into it, so talk to me. What's going on Twitter right now?
Apparently, Martin Cáceres,
Who is he?
Uruguayan international,
Okay.
played at some big clubs. Still plays for Uruguay. Um, Supposedly reached a deal with the G's. He's a free agent right now, so we can sign free agents up until the 2nd or 3rd of September, I
September,
believe,
yeah,
some
something
shit
like
like
that.
that. So apparently there's a deal in place. The only question is international spot, obviously.
Before
I'm
before we
assuming.
go in there,
Uh huh.
before we go in there, let's talk about the player himself, right?
Okay.
Because one thing I'm hearing from people who have never seen him play or who haven't heard him, which trips me the fuck out, right? Because like that to me that's a
To me
household
he's
name.
well
That's a
known.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
recognizable
Yeah.
defender, right? But whatever, like
Yeah.
I'm not tripping if you don't recognize his name. It's cool. The biggest thing people are getting caught up in right now is the fact that he's 35 years old. So let's break down from our perspective how we see him, who the hell this player is, and is it a risk? Is it okay to bring him at 35? Like what we think there, and then we get into all the minutia of like how we could get it done or not.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. To me, it's not a risk at his age, just because one, he's not going to be a TAM player, and two, he's not going to be a DP. So you're bringing in someone with experience to this backline that has been leaking goals as of recently. Um, and from what I remember from watching him play earlier on in his career, not so much lately, he's solid, bro. Like he's a solid
Yeah,
defender. He plays real hard, and there's some mistakes that have been made back there. Even we'll get into it this against the Vancouver game that it's not acceptable. And you bring someone like that into this team who can lead from the back,
yeah,
and he'll probably have a good understanding. Let's say with Brugman, uh, I mean, there's
He's
a
a center
connection
yeah,
back.
there.
for
He's a
sure.
center back or right back. He could play
Plays
both,
either.
but I think at his
His
age
age,
now, I
yep.
think he's a CB for sure.
Nice.
Especially for the league, right? Like, cause my man has posture. He's tall. He's tall enough. He's tall enough for center back. And he's fucking Uruguayan, right? And he fits the characteristic of a Uruguayan center back, a Uruguayan defender. You want just that
Lengthy.
hunger they have, bro, to get that ball back,
Man,
and that's my
it's
man's dog. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's funny because Manny posted it in one of the discords we have. And I just saw the image and it said, link to the guy. I was like, yo, stop, let's go. This is it. Like this is a move. Make it happen. I don't. We gotta figure out how we make it happen. But there's a lot what you said, right? Like not only is he sound defensively, like he's from every time I seen him play, he's hungry for that ball, right?
yeah,
On a World Cup year, and he's a free agent. Like he comes to the G's. If this happens, I don't think he's not coming to fucking chill. He's not coming to ride the bench or he needs to prove that he still has to make it to the World Cup to in the Uruguayan team, right?
yeah.
So get
And
out.
the possibility to get in there is very high because Jose Maria Jimenez, which is their like main center back, is going through injury issues, and it's gonna be old as Diego Godin, who I love, and Martin Cáceres, old as too. And but these are players that are still playing at a high level.
Yeah,
We're not talking about like something about Uruguayans when it comes to to trying really hard and giving it their all, it's always there. It's not something you compromise with the Uruguayan players. Like this shit's just crazy. So
Is it? I feel like it's a South American thing, especially when it comes to Ecuador, Colombia.
yeah, but like with the Uruguayans, it's like
Yeah.
something they're known for. Like it's like part of
I'm not against it.
their
Listen,
play.
So
listen
Like
to
it's
Archie.
called. I think it's called la garra charrua,
yeah,
and
exactly. I was trying to think about it, but I didn't want to
and
say the wrong
and that
thing.
and that's exactly what they're known for. They
That sounds like
just
a special
They
to go for at a
they really
restaurant.
embody that shit, right? Like these fools,
yeah.
like, and again, like, probably a little off topic, but it's not only the defenders. Like, if you guys remember Forlan, even Cavani, or like all these fools, like they have that, the Uruguayan strikers. They always like, or fucking yeah, what's his name? We were just linked to
Luis
from
Suarez.
Luis Suarez. Like all
Yeah.
these fools embody that that style of play, that eagerness. So like, man, if we could get this guy like with that leadership, like that's a fucking deal. Like I'll bring him in just so he could fucking put all my young defenders next to him, like learn something. You know what I mean? Like figure that out because that guy, good. And again, Mas is calling it right. We don't got no money for Tam, right? Because we spent. We got no money
Yeah.
for DP because we spent. So my man, if we have an agreement here, my man's coming for under both. Not mad at that one bit.
Every, everyone's coming already. Everyone's saying it. Total Galaxy is already saying it. Verbal agreements in place. So
And
if
there's
it's gonna happen, it's
some
gonna happen.
guys that I follow on Twitter, like they're pretty spot on. I'm not gonna burn my sources, but
Vaya mierda.
um,
Hijos de puta, you pay for
they're
that shit.
they're really spot on when it comes to this stuff. And I've already seen like 2 3 dudes post that it's like
Set.
he's flying a couple days to do his medical type of shit.
Yo, and this is from left field, right? Like
This shit came
like
out of nowhere,
if
bro.
it not happened a couple hours ago, I would never link them to the G's. Like it was,
Yeah,
but
no,
All right,
whatever.
boys. It's time for me to play devil's advocate.
Okay, all right.
okay.
Come here, hater.
Not a hater.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Ah, never mind. Because I'm seeing the schedule and I'm thinking international spot visa, this and that. With Ricky, it was like this.
Yeah.
It's very. I think it's rare to see those type of transactions happen at that time. I was gonna say if there's a lot of back-to-back games, how many games is he gonna miss? Next game isn't until the 28th, so we do have some time. Say he flies out tomorrow's the 19th, 20. Say he's here
Let's
on
say he's
Monday.
here on Sunday,
Say
Monday.
he's here Sunday, Monday, 22. He has the weekend. He can't practice with us. He misses a game, so he plays for 8 games, which then that's good for us. I thought
And the
because I'm
playoff
seeing
run,
the
and the
schedule,
playoff run with the home game.
and
Are you
yeah,
including?
Oh, you a hater ass Discord, man. Again, my internet is still good. Like, was it Dre Sound? My internet is still good. We still here. Discord is the one killing me today. This is twice, boys. I thought I was done with the first one. Let me
yeah.
set this up
Hold
again.
on. You were saying what, Masa? Am I including what?
Are you including the game where you have to play against San Jose too? Is that 8 or 9 games?
The San Jose game's in September, correct?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But that's one we have to make up. So a lot
Yeah,
of people are
September
not.
24th. There's still 10 games left.
Okay,
There's 10
that's
games
fine.
left. He misses
period.
New England, and then Toronto, and then we have Sporting KC. Potentially, he could miss New
Two
England
games
and
maybe.
Toronto. 2 games, maybe. We still have 8 games plus a playoff push. I'll take it. I thought they were a little bit more compact, so I was gonna say he's here for 6 games. In that sense, we could already be out of a playoff spot.
Or we could be in fourth. But I regress.
Ay, mierda.
Masa, now let's get into to the details, right? Because we don't have international spot,
No,
right? Like we could sign it, but we don't have international spot. I mean, I don't keep up with this shit, so I don't know how many international spots are floating that the Galaxy acquire. But I'm assuming at this point, it's not like everybody has international spots to sell, so it's gonna cost
yeah,
us a
but not.
penny, right?
But not. But yeah, but I mean, you're paying for an international spot for what, less than half a season?
That's true.
Minimal.
It's gonna be a pretty penny, but
Is it
it's not gonna
prorated?
be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Well,
don't
like
know.
no, it's not prorated, but like what you pay would be right because you get it back at the start of the next season.
Fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then or you can ship someone out, or someone can get a green
Okay.
card. Yeah, I mean, there's 3 different options here because players can still leave right now.
Yeah,
So there's 3 options. I prefer that no one leaves, to be honest.
yeah.
If we could bring them in, because I mean it's kind of late into the season to lose someone else. But it is what it is, man. If we sign this guy, which looks like it's gonna happen, I'll be fucking. I'm hyped about it. I
Let,
don't care that he's 35, bro.
me neither. Let's play some scenarios here, right? Let's say all the reports are true, and we get this man, but Julian leaves because Julian's been linked recently, right? Let's move into that real quick.
Yeah.
Julian last week, or was it this week? Last week? When was it? Last week, right? When he was
Last
linked to
week.
Porto. Julian last
Yeah.
week was linked to Porto on with a bunch of reports like making it, or at least claiming it to be like pretty much done, right? Or was it 5 mil or something like that for Julian?
Hmm.
Masi, you got some of these. Hit me with that.
It was
Uh,
5 mil to Porto.
yes, according to the report, it was 5 mil, but I mean, it's been quiet, bro. Like it did said something this week was gonna happen, and it hasn't happened yet. So it could be tomorrow. But see, I don't understand how that affects the Cáceres deal. You feel me?
No, no, but I'm saying like play a scenario with me, right?
Okay.
He's available. We're losing Julian, so you bring him in, right? And let's just I'm not saying this is it, but there was links to him. What does the Galaxy backline look like with Julian gone and Cáceres in? I don't know about
For for
replacement. I don't know if it's a
for me,
replacement, but
it's simple, and I don't know how it is for you, but you guys, I would throw Koulibaly at right back
Oof.
because
over.
because he's
Oh,
played there before,
no,
and
you're off.
but because he likes to push up a lot. He likes to
Not good.
take
That's
on.
that's a big shit for
Yeah,
me. We've
and
been giving him shit for the same reason.
yeah,
If
exactly. But
that's our option, I put Leerdam to the right back, and
That's
that's
what I'm
all it
saying.
is.
Like, right?
yeah, I'll throw Koulibaly or Leerdam at this point.
I put Leerdam over Koulibaly.
I mean, me personally, yeah, you're right because I had already previously said I don't want to see Koulibaly ever play for us ever again. So yeah, I'll throw Leerdam back there. Yeah, that I think that'll be the best option. And even then, I feel like we'll lose. Like I know Julian hasn't been great this season, but I feel like with Julian gone, we lose a lot
Man,
going forward.
I don't even like the narrative, right? Because Julian hasn't been great, but I can say that
Yeah,
about every single one of the players of the Galaxy right now,
yeah, yeah.
right? With the
You
exception
know
of maybe
what?
Jovic, like he's been great, but he's been playing limited minutes.
I don't
So
think Julian leaves. The Galaxy know better. Not when it comes to that, but when it comes to posting out assets or when anything is linked to some certain player, they hold off on posting that player for quite a while. Julian, if you've seen him, he's been in a lot of their promos or a lot of
yeah,
the videos that they post. Galaxy's really good about that. Whenever there's a hinge and they don't know, they hold back on posting the player. With Jonathan Dos Santos, lots of things that happen in those things, they kind of posted back. They just posted Julian on the Herbalife asset. They just did the birthday one. I don't think he leaves.
yeah.
At least not.
And just to spin here, right? Again, for Cáceres, it seems like like all the reports that came out today, rain in the last couple hours, are saying it's pretty much closed deal, like, verbal agreement, pending medical or whatever, right? Moving on to Julian, like I think you're spot on that because I noticed that. I gave a lot of weight to that him being part of the MLS All Star game. I credit that, but maybe you're right.
Hmm.
But you know what? I
But if
was
there's
and
interest, oh, go for it. Sorry.
yeah, I know it's a little off topic. Um, well, it's on topic, but not really what we're talking about. Like Julian, I feel like last year maybe was when he reached his peak, right? Or the season before, and right now he's probably not playing at his best, but I feel like he like MLS wise he's reached his peak, and I don't think there's no point of us holding on to him any longer if he wants to grow as a player. I'm
What
not saying
forget?
that he can't do better, but I feel like the next step to grow as a player is to dip out. And if
I think he needs to leave before what happens to Ephra happens. Because there was a
exactly,
point, yeah. Because then
exactly.
There was a point where Ephra was like, "Okay, you could leave and make something happen," and he stayed, and now he's getting asked. I think Julian needs to do the same thing because his trajectory is going down. He's
What
not.
see?
Uh-huh.
See, like I see a comparison to Efra, but Efra never proved anything, right? Like there was only just glimpses of him. Like Julian has a
Yeah.
solid ass season behind him, or half a season before that, and like this season, right? I think the reason he has to leave is because I think my man's is mad comfortable in MLS. Like that's why he fucks up. That's why he goes on stupid runs because he knows half the time he's gonna be able to get back, right? Like,
Yeah,
I think he needs a bigger challenge to kind of take the next step. So,
I think so too. Yeah.
again, even besides that though, like the Galaxy got to move on him pretty quick though, right? Because his stock is, I don't think his stock is gonna get bigger than what it is right now, right?
Fair.
Because of the
Yeah.
reasons that George said, like and because he does have a lot of mistakes, right? I don't think it's like so you got to sell big, or else we're gonna end up fucking selling him for a couple T-shirts and some tacos or some shit like that.
If the Galaxy were, and it's hard to say because I know it's a World Cup year, and let's say like Porto does want to buy now, but Porto's the type of team to loan out players too. So if Porto are like, all right, we
Sell and
buy
loan,
them, loan to the end of the season type of thing,
take them,
till
baby.
winter, then yeah, but obviously, but how would Julian feel about that? Like
Oh, dog, man, I think
like it's. I mean, I think he would want to end the season too, just because he got so much love for the G's and
that part.
No, fuck no. No,
No, that part. Like, listen, if it's one player who gets it, who has love for the team,
yeah.
it's Julian. Like that was like even the way he talks is us. You know what I mean? Like that will gets it. That will gets the whole guy's gonna be. So I think he
he's
would do
2 years from being a Nokemaka. He's like 2 years too shy of being born of being a Nokemaka.
that. He's apparently $5 million worth of $5 no
Well, that's good
Kemaka.
business though.
Not 10
It
million,
is
right?
not 10 million, but five
Not
million is
10
still not
million.
bad though. Like I'm not mad at 5 million at all.
Never was 10 million.
Debatable.
I've
Yeah,
never seen a
debatable.
stock drop more than 50%, baby. Come on, baby. The Julian
Uh,
stock
Oh,
is
have
I
you?
mean,
What's
COVID,
crypto at
baby,
right now?
COVID.
What's crypto at right now?
not even at 50. Not 50.
Uh, any other news? Any other rumors? I think we're something else I want to talk about on Monday.
Oh, one more. I heard, but I seen one report of it, and I haven't found anything else. Janusad,
Oh
the
yeah,
winger,
yeah. Because he's a free
he's
agent
a
as well,
free
right?
agent too. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that
Um.
one? I mean, we don't spend a lot of time because that one I don't know how credible
I
that is.
I like that one a lot, just because our wingers up until the last game haven't really done anything. Um, and he's still 27 years old.
Which surprised me. I thought he was 30 at least.
Yeah,
I
me
felt like I
too.
heard his name
But you
for
know
a long
what?
ass
I think
time.
we got it confused. I think I got it confused with Bojan too. So
Maybe because they're both Belgian kids, right?
no, Bojan's Spanish.
Bojan
Oh, you're
Krikic.
right. You're right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would like it, but I take my chances defending than having another winger right now because
That's
our
fair.
our CB's been pretty bad, bro.
Our wingers just needed to wake up. It's not like they've been bad. It's just it's a more of a wake up. And it's crazy that we're having this conversation because at the beginning of the season it was it was flipped on his head.
But
But defensively,
you know what why I would prefer the Cáceres to Januzaj too, because you know how the team sometimes comes out flat. I don't think with a player like Martin Cáceres, you can fucking do that.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
come up.
he'll call you out on your shit, and I think with Januzaj is just another of the bunch.
Yep,
You
I
know,
agree. Even though like I
so
would not be mad at it, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be mad at
of
it,
course,
but
no, I wouldn't.
I would take Cassette as well. But since we're in the topic, let's transition into talking about the last couple games, right? Because we haven't talked about Kansas City, we haven't talked about the last game versus Vancouver. Don't really want to talk a lot about KC because that shit was just embarrassing. Went
Yeah,
straight up
came
embarrassing.
out flat, came out flat. We got
So
fucked.
me and George ended up watching this at his pad on what became a 3 day a 3 day vendor and
they
shit.
bender, dog. That was a bender.
um,
Sheesh.
bro, you know what the fucked up part about it is? I swear, George, you remember what I said in your house that day? I don't know if you recall what I said in the house.
Around what time?
Oh, after the game, and I said I was gonna turn heel. You
Oh,
remember?
you were. Yeah. You're like, watch. I'm turning heel. This is like when Hulk Hogan did the
Yeah, NWO. I was turning heel,
You
dog.
should have seen my face when he said that. I was like, "Thank God, fucking finally, this is what I've been waiting for." And then that fucking team want to go out and take my Hulk Hogan back, dog.
Dog, like after. All right, so let's talk about the game, and then they had some reactions. And real quickly, it was Bond at goal, Gasper out left, Williams, Koulibaly, and Leardom, Costa, Brookman, Delgado, not Delgato. Delgado, Cabral, Jovic, and Chicharito. So 4-4-2, like a legit 4-4-2.
Bro,
Uh,
it took me 10 minutes, and I was like, "This 4-4-2 ain't it, bro."
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it took everyone around the same time.
It took 10 minutes because the first goal came at the 10th minute mark, right? It's probably a little before that. And this was just a shit show, right? It's been a couple weeks and I'm old, so I don't remember all of them. I remember the sequence of them, but this is the game where we had both Derek Williams not understand the spacing and get beat with like an easy ball over the top, and the
Yeah,
game where Gasper like
Gasper. Yep.
cannot measure a bounce and
Yeah.
just kind of bunny hopped and the ball went over him. Right, this is the same game, right? This is the game I'm talking about.
Yeah, same game. Yep.
That one's it. Fuck this team.
I was I and please go back and listen to like episode 1 through about 6 of the season, right? And I'm out here big upping our defense because we kept shape because we knew what the fuck we're doing. This game right here, though, like I'm big on Derek Williams, right? Like I know you guys have like doubts on him. I know Angel definitely has mad doubts on him. I will.
I like Derek Williams.
I like
Okay,
Derek Williams.
but what the fuck was that? Like an easy ball like that over the top, and you don't understand your spacing, like you were asleep again. Look at this. I talked.
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
I talked about Zabaleta going to sleep in the game against Dallas. I think it was right. Like he fell asleep for half a second, and that's how the goal came about. This one right here is worse than that because where he's standing is too far away from his goal. With players near him, and he doesn't have the pace to come back. So like, what the fuck was that? Talk to Masa. I know you're about to say something.
I was just gonna add that it's something that's been going on with the G's. I don't know what it is about long balls over the top that they cannot defend, and I always want to give the CB some slack, just
Ow.
because. Well, that's what I'm saying. I like because to me, I feel like it's still a midfield issue, right? Like, okay, these motherfuckers don't close the ball fast enough, right? But the fact that it just happens over and over and over over the top, the CBs have to at one point be like, when the fuck does this shit click? If my midfield is not closing down fast enough, then I should anticipate that there's gonna be a ball over the top getting played, and they're trying to beat us like that. So I can't give them that slack anymore. You know, it's shit's been going on all season, so that shit's unexcusable. Especially this game, bro. I felt like all
It's with a
fucking
bad
goals
team.
were. Oh my god.
It's KC, right? Like I'm a fucking broken record, and this is why I was turning heel. And look, as we were talking about it, you can see it coming out, right? Like with San Jose, I said, "Oh, this is a really bad team," and we got whooped. Right? With Houston, I said, "Oh, this is a really bad team." We got whooped. Minnesota, this is a bad team. We got whooped. KC is like the bottom of that. That's like the worst of the worst of the worst teams, right?
Minnesota fucking turned their season around already after they whooped our ass.
Because of us, baby. We're
Yep.
we're
And
like Chuck.
but 45 minutes in, we're down 3-0 to the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the teams.
Hey, real shit though. That second goal was offside, bro. I don't give a fuck what
The
anyone says,
Gaspar
bro.
goal?
The I don't remember which one. I
Yeah, I don't
remember
remember.
this was,
There's a goal that was offside.
but there's a goal that's offside, dog. Like straight the fuck up.
Oh, that was the one where
There was
Bond
the second one. It
saved it
has to
like
be the
three
second
times.
one. Yeah, the
Bond
one
saved it
where,
three times. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
agree. I agree.
Oh, dog.
Let's not get twisted because we have many games to go. But my understanding of the rule on a VAR is it needs to get overturned if it's clear and obvious. Clear and obvious. The ruling on the field was no goal. You can't tell me that you're looking at that replay and saying it's clear and obvious because it's not. It's not. I don't care who you are. You don't have anything looking down the line. Everything's at an angle and it's up to perspective.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it was a goal. If it was called a goal and it would have stood as a goal, I would have been okay with it because nothing's clear and obvious to show me that that's not a goal,
Yeah.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
vice versa. It
And
was
they did
called
it
not a goal.
for both plays, right? Because let's say, okay, the
Offside
offside
it.
wasn't called.
Hmm.
It was clear and obvious. It
Yeah.
wasn't clear and obvious, so you let it play on. The goal, it wasn't clear and obvious that it went over the line. No goal. So
Yeah.
Why on one yes and why on the other one no? Like,
So
it doesn't make any
we,
fucking sense.
like over the last few games, we had many calls that were like that were yelling for pens, and we look at the replay, and I'm like, yo, there has to be a pen. Like, there's no way he's calling a pen. They come back and there's no pen, right? Because it wasn't clear and obvious. Stick with the call on the field. There's no way that play with that goal was clear and obvious. Either way, Galaxy down 3-0 first half. By Gasper, by Leardom, in comes Edward, in comes Arajo. Uh, Grazier comes in for Cabral. Efra comes in for Douglas Costa. Gasper, bad game. Leardom, not a bad game, but nothing special. Cabral, fucking what Cabral? Costa? What the? No Costa there, right?
He was the worst. I mean, I know our CBs and our defenders were bad, but Douglas
Jesus Christ,
Costa was
nothing.
and like nothing, bro. Like no.
Nothing.
Usually, you see a little flair from him, even if it's a bad game. He'll show you a little something, a nice
It's
little
safe to
switch or
say
something.
it's a wrap.
But
Listen, I don't want to keep talking about this man. I feel like our FO needs to see it and kind of bite the bullet and say, you know what? Once it comes, we'll buy you. That's it. Our loan is it. Thank you. Wash hands. That's it. It is what it is. Be
Wait,
the
we have him until
if
August, right? Until summer. That's what the contract goes up to.
yes sir.
That's a
I'm
long
not
ass
sure.
time. Because it wasn't it. Oh, I don't know. You tell me, because I thought it was like, or is a whole
Because it
next
was
year.
a loan. It's a whole next year. It has to be. Why would they
Hijo de
sign him for
puta.
half a
I
season?
think I believe it's until December.
Yeah, it has to be
Oh,
until
next year.
next.
Hijo de
So
puta.
we have one more season of it. Hopefully, no.
No, they got to figure something out. In comes Saldana in the 81st minute.
It's
And
good to see him back, bro.
no, not only is it good to see him back, but my guy gave stability, given his 82nd minute, right? So it's easier to give stability, but mine gives stability to the midfield when he came in,
Mhm.
right?
Pretty young.
And this is not talking shit about Brugman, because he comes in for Brugman, and I'm not talking shit about Brugman, but like the kid, he had the energy that we needed at the 81st minute. So much so that a couple minutes later, there's a goal from Charita, assist from Chicharito, assist from Alvarez, and then a PK from Chicharito in the 90th minute, making it 3-2, right?
You know what?
And,
Like,
and I'm
I like, I like that Chicharito picks up the ball and he
You
says,
want him to.
I know I missed this shit. Fuck it, I'll take it."
well, you know what it
That
was?
that's what I need to see from that motherfucker.
You know how I analyzed that? He gave the pen to Jovelik, and Jovelik missed,
Yo,
right?
yes,
And
sir.
I think in my head, I'm like, nah, fuck that. If he's gonna miss, I'm gonna take him. Because if he's not a buck, then I believe in myself. I'm gonna take it every single time, and boom. And I think and
Yeah,
listen, maybe that's what I needed, because
yeah.
he scores a PK here, and then we'll talk about him in Vancouver, but he also scored a PK in Vancouver, right? No, listen, 90th minute, 3-2 the G's. Not gonna lie, I have been drinking since the night before.
But even then,
Yeah.
you still feel some type of momentum. You still feel it
Whoa,
like
whoa.
there's something there.
So 3-2, right? 90th minute, and I'm mad as fuck, because I'm like, why now? Like, why in the 80th minute you decided to score 2 goals in the next 10
Oh
when
yeah,
you
I
didn't
was
do
the same
shit
way.
the whole fucking game, right? So I'm mad, and still like the Galaxy's president. I'm like, oh, these people are gonna pull out a point, and I won't, and I have to like bite my tongue, because they're gonna pull out a point, and regardless of how they can, but like they did it, right? But nope. The $10 million man, or $5 million man, or $2.5 million man. We'll see. Julian with a bonehead move. With just he came in at the 45th minute, right? So like he's only
Yeah.
played 45 minutes at this point. So it can't be dead legs. It's just not enough in the pass. Leaves it short,
Not in rhythm.
and
It is what it is. He's not in rhythm.
it's been 45 minutes. Like you're at halftime. You're running full rhythm. I think it was just he just misplaced a pass that left that gave it up for KC. Boom, another one 4-2 makes me feel better, because they sucked and they deserve to lose 4-2, if not 4-0. Listen, fucking fed up, bro. At this point, fed up, and I'm turning heel. I am gonna come in here and I'm gonna say fuck fourth place. Call the season a wrap. It's been it's 12 games to go. Fuck it, like it's just over. It's a wrap.
Like
Fuck it,
that.
right? Done, bro. Done, right? And then obviously we didn't get on, and then we play against Vancouver. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on and talk about Vancouver. Vancouver, we lined up with Bonnet goal, Araujo right, Koulibaly, Depew, and Raheem. Uh, what's his name? Derek is out on yellow card suspension, so he's not available for this game. We go with a 4-3-3 with Delgado, Brugman, and Vasquez, the midfield.
Yeah.
Granzier, Cabral, and Cheech.
When I saw the lineup, I had already said we were gonna fuck, but
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I
You did respect.
when I saw that we were going into that formation again and we weren't playing two strikers up top, I'm like, this shit's a wrap, bro. We play better that way.
hmm
I know everyone wants to play Dejan and Cheech together. But
It
honestly,
ain't
it's like
working.
you pick one or the other to start. Like I don't care who you pick at this point. Um,
I agree.
but it has to be just one. You only put in two if you have to chase the game. If you need a fucking goal,
Yeah,
you need another goal, then you throw in whoever's on the bench.
and you don't really have formation at that point. You know, you kind of just push them
Yeah,
all up to two strikers. Right? So,
but
uh,
yeah, man, like I was excited. I mean, I'm not too happy with basket season, but
he shows something,
I
huh?
mean, yeah, he showed a little something. You see
Uh,
his all right, let's talk about the game. I'll talk about the post game after.
so, like, like we're saying, like Massa called this shit, right? Like before the game,
He did.
he said we fucking. I mean, quote unquote, we fucking.
To be
And
fair, a broken clock is wrong. Is right two times. Every
listen, but again, I'm here at this point, so I put a thing, I put a clown emoji, and I was like, stop, bro, we're not. You're gonna take an L. He's like, nah, we're fucking. He was like mad confident too the whole time. Point is, see the line.
I had said I think 4-0 before I saw the lineup, and then I said
did.
5-0 when I saw the lineup.
So I don't believe it, right? Like, but I watched this game. I didn't end up going to the stadium, so I just watched this game. And from the jump, right? And from the jump, like we dominated that game. I mean, our first goal comes in the 12th minute, or at least it's recorded at 12th minute, but we had a couple chances before that.
Yeah,
Cabral, who had a really good game.
yeah, I think so too.
They put one on his head.
Oof.
They put one on his head, bro. I'm talking. They
I
thought.
think it's unfair. It's unfair because his body's taking him one way. I'm
Nah,
not
no,
gonna
no,
criticize
no,
him,
no, no,
but
no,
still,
no,
put it
no,
on
no, no.
target.
Put it on
Or give it back
target.
to Cheech.
No,
Give
no,
it back
put
to
it
on
on.
Cheech.
target.
Put it on.
He did
Like
put it on
you
target.
that close? No, he didn't.
The
That
goalie
ball,
blocks it.
the goalie puts a hand on it, but that one's going to cross goal. That's not going in goal. Like if it was going to goal, I wouldn't be tripping. His
Yeah,
intention was to put it on goal. No, no,
I
no,
thought
no.
it was on target.
Go watch the
I
highlights.
have to
You
watch
see
the
it?
replay. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
watch
that motherfucker, like it goes across goal. Like he puts a hand out and he touches it, but he doesn't touch it. That just goes. Maybe somebody closes it out. Fine, but like that's not a target. Being that close, I wanted to see a target. So we start off bad. I'm like, fuck, because the movement was there. Like the movement was there. Like the run was there. The touch was there. So Cabral was doing good already. I wanted him to score that. I'm like, fuck, score that, right? Didn't take much longer though, right? Because we had a good break with pace, right? And you have Cabral in one wing and you have Granzier in the other wing, and Cheech pulling his own in the middle. So the defense is spread as fuck. And Cabral puts the best cross he's ever put it in a Galaxy jersey. I mean, right, exactly what I'm gonna do. Across the goal, hard pace, Rosada like on the ground, and Granzier scores a really really good banger.
Yep.
For half a second there, right on TV, I thought he missed that shit though.
The
Yeah,
goalie was almost on it.
Yeah, on typical Granzier fashion, like I thought he missed it. But I'm gonna say this though, right? Like, especially like last season, how many times we've seen Granzier like almost score a banger, and it bink off the woodwork, bink off the post, dope
lot
ass
of
save.
times.
This right here, though, that's I think what he's been trying to do the whole time, because he takes he takes that goal really fucking dope, bro. The way he puts it, not only the side, but like the placement on getting past the goalie that was right in front of him, it's a really fucking good goal.
Yeah.
And it's the way I want to see the Galaxy attacking. Like that's the kind of I want to see I want to see crazy amount of goals like that, right? Because they attack they attack the space, they use their pace, and nice goal 1-0, feeling really good,
Yep.
feeling really good at that point, right? About 5 minutes later, we get a pen. Cheech steps up
Sheesh.
again. Excuse me. Cheech steps up again. You think the man's confident?
Yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah.
You think the man's confident?
The way he grabbed the ball, bro, I was like, this shit's he's about to score this shit.
And the way he does it too, right? The nigga down the middle, bro, like balls of steel at
Que
that point, right?
huevos. Que
Yeah,
huevos.
yeah. You
Puta
fucked that
Jorge,
one
tu
up,
madre.
bro.
Hey, Jorge, ponete serio, loco. Oh, that's on me.
The way we need points, the way we need goals, the way we need to be dominant, the way we want to just spew confidence. That man cannot miss that. He cannot miss that in a Panenka, especially right. Like if he misses that, it's a fucking rap. Like I'm talking about, like it's a rap, bro. But like he takes it well, and he scores a fucking banger again, right? Like
Yeah.
Panenka in the middle, 2-0, bro. 20 minutes, 2-0.
Yep, I was feeling good, baby. I
Talk
was
to
in the
me, dog.
stadium, just kids having a blast, dog. Just
Yeah,
fucking
man.
man,
Bet, bro.
Dog,
eating
how can you
churros,
not?
eating churros.
How can
Shit.
you not?
Hey, you
It's
know
one of
what
those
though?
things. What's up?
I didn't have a drink.
A beer?
Stop fucking drinking at the game, then, bitch. How
Yeah,
about that?
I ain't drinking tomorrow. I already said that.
But if they lose, immediately just 5 shots
Oh, they
right after
lose,
they
dog.
lose.
We're going to
If they
laces
lose,
after
just
the
have
game.
the
We going
shots. Have
laces?
the shots right here.
We're going to laces after the game.
Hell yeah! I'm there, baby.
Bro, like, and listen, yeah, we're talking about the goals because there's quite a few goals to talk about, but like, the guys were playing nice. Like, there's movement, there's touching, there's ideas. Vasquez looks like he's 5 years younger again. Like, you know what I mean? He's not fast, but like he was mobile and he was like doing the right things, touching the ball right. Uh, Edwards looked
Oh,
like the
yes.
beginning of the season, Edwards. You know what I mean? Like bombing up, defending right, getting on top of balls, like chopping at their heels when they needed to stop the play. Like Edwards had a really good game, something we hadn't seen for a few weeks, right? Like actually maybe a couple months. It was just like that first half again. Like it was really well rounded, almost
And
right.
it
But
and it
before we
was and my bad, really. It was
go for it,
refreshing to see our two wingers keeping up with each other because it's usually one or the other, or
yep.
it's usually like Efra on one wing and Cabral on the other, and obviously Efra's not as fast, or Grancier and Costa just cuts in instead of staying wide, and it's just so refreshing to see both our wingers staying wide, the midfield doing what they got to do, and basically our wingers trusting in the midfield that to get them the ball, like stay
Yeah.
wide, we got you. Like that
Well,
shit's so refreshing
I-
to
I'm
see.
glad. I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because what I was gonna say is like I think our midfield needs some credit of that, right? And specifically Brugman and Delgado, right? Because these fools like they're tracking, they're covering the spaces. You know what I mean? Like they're allowing our wingers to like be able to push up without necessarily like be too concerned of what's happening behind them, right? Like even though Grazier and Cabral were dropping in when they were defending, but going forward and build in the build up, like they didn't have to drop in and get the ball on there.
Yeah,
They're making the runs, and I liked it a lot. And then we have a really dope play with I kind of like all the goals. Not even kind of. I like all the goals because the Vasquez goal
oh, that shit was fire, bro. That
Nice
shit was
shot.
dope.
is quality. The chef's kiss. You know what I mean? That's
From the back, yeah, that fool Julian goes down the end line, he cuts in. Like I thought he was gonna lose the ball right there. I'm like, damn, this fool ran out of space, and he cuts in. He finds Vasquez. Vasquez 1-2 with Cheech, and Vasquez just sees a small gap, bro. Like the smallest gap he has. Like, oh, goalie's cheating his fucking line. Goalie's cheating his post. I'm gonna fucking first post, bro. And fucking beautiful place, beautifully placed goal to the first post. That shit was such a good. It's a good play. That was fun.
Yo, just real quick,
It's
Lucas.
rare to see.
Lucas, thanks for the heads up. I lowered mine some, so please let me know if you see it, and I up George's. So if the audio is not right, please let us know. And that anybody in the chat too, if you guys notice something wrong with the audio, please let us know so we can fix it sooner rather than later. Yeah, like I get what you said, Master. Like Julian's bombing up and getting into space, leaving the ball. The 1-2 that is so basic, but like it was everything for that play with Vasquez and Cheech, and then just the quality that Vasquez possesses, right? Because he doesn't is not a rocket. It's just
No,
well placed around, behind the defense and around the goalkeeper, man. Just class, just fucking so much class. super happy
Yeah.
to see him score a goal too. Or like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for what it's worth, like,
Uh,
yeah, I know he's old as shit, but like, I'm happy to see him score a goal.
but even then, like he didn't look out of like we had been saying the last couple games that he just doesn't look like he had. Like this game today, like on Saturday, he had the legs for like he was
Yeah,
able to keep up. So it was good to see.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, really good to see. Unfortunately, it wasn't all fucking great though, right? Because I don't remember the sequence, but I do remember not liking the way this both goals come in.
It's sloppy.
Yeah, it's super simple. Like what Vancouver offered in those goals was fucking elementary, right? Like it wasn't a nice piece of football. It wasn't a nice sequence of football. It was just the Galaxy taking the foot off defensively.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, so 3-1, 38 minutes in. I'm thinking 3-1 at the half. Okay, like I still good. Like that goal is horrible, whatever. But we have a 2 goal padding.
Two league. Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Like I'm not tripping. But Grant says nah. Said nah. Let me back that brace in the first half. Scores the second goal. This is the one that he kind of just opens hips and puts it on second pole, right?
Mhm.
Where the fuck has this been? Because that listen, that's the cut in and then shoots in. We've seen the cut many of times. We haven't seen the final product, right?
Yeah.
Biggest problem with Granzier and Calvados is we haven't seen the finished product. They show flashes. They know we see that they could do some stuff, but they haven't been on finish. That right there, that second goal by Granzier, that's it. That is it. Over and over and over again. Like give me that because that's again my
It,
winger.
to your thing, to your what you said earlier, it's what he's been looking for. It
Yeah,
just finally knocked. I wish Angel were here so you could
yeah rejoice this.
brag and boast about it. Yeah, as he should.
Yeah,
But he needs to take it on the chest too when he doesn't produce. You could run as much as you want, but if there's no creativity, nothing there, that not being negative on Granzier. I love him. And I said at the beginning of the pod, I don't think we need to change our wingers. Our wingers just need to wake up. We
yeah.
have what we need. It's just that they're not there. This is what we want from Granzier. This is what we've been wanting. And to say that this is what he's been trying to do or this is what he's been doing, I think it's a little immature. But we could see that last season he's been trying to do this. This season he's been on and off. There's some
Yeah.
games where he's in there, he's just running like a headless chicken.
Yep.
There's some games that he has it, but this is all we need. Attempt it. Attempt it.
Yeah. Well, more than attempted, right? Because we also see him just kind of like fuck plays up. Regardless of all of that, like I'm hoping this is what it needed. He's off the mark now. He scored 2 goals. He looked good doing that. Hopefully he can keep that and just kind of build on top of that, right? Because if we could get him producing assists and goals, man. I mean, listen, just that performance alone, he has a spot over Costa for me. Like for the rest of the season, you know what I mean? Just with that performance right there. 4-1 at the half. Who the fuck is this team, right? I'm bugging the fuck out, dog. Cause listen, JT.
Drank a Kool-Aid at halftime?
No, listen, JT. I know I've said this before, but JT in the chat says the G's are the shadiest team in MLS. They can beat any team and lose to any team. And that is super accurate, right? Given, I think Vancouver was pretty bad, right? And I know in the broadcast they kept talking about the formation, that it's a new formation, trying something out, and it didn't work for them. I think fair, like because they were not up for that first half at all, right? Like I mean, they got a goal, and I think mostly because we just took fucking a playoff defending, and that's how we get scored. Either way, they make 3 changes at the half, and it changes. The game changes a little bit. I think that the tempo changes for the team. Vasquez is still in there, which surprised me because I thought he would have come off in the 45th minute, right? And you could see him kind of fall off, right? Like Vasquez, like first half, I think he had the legs. I think he was mobile. I think he was doing what he had to do. I think within the first 10, 15 minutes, second half, you see him just kind of fall off, right? Like legs are gone. So sure enough, at the 69th minute, would have been 65th if the ball came out any sooner. We have the changes, and it's Chicharito, Vasquez, and Grandsir. I'm cool with Chicharito being gone. He played MLS.
Yeah.
He played All-Star game. He played All-Star game, so I'm cool with him coming out. Vasquez, 100%. Like he's the one that I knew was coming out because his legs were giving up on him. Uh, Black Grand Zero for Costa.
Yeah.
I didn't get that one. Like it's not like we're low managing Grand Zero because he hasn't
I
really been
think
playing.
Randy needs to make Costa try to work. He needs to try to make it work. It's in his best interest to try to make it work. I don't understand the Grandier part. My man's playing at the all-time high. You let that man play for the 90th minute, or we're playing at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, send him off in the 80th night. A nice clap
Let's go.
ovation is what he deserves. Is what he deserves. Stop. Oh, what do they say in Mean Girls? Stop trying to make fetch happen. Fitch happen. Yeah, stop trying to make Costa happen. It's not gonna happen. You're trying with Cabral and Costa at this point. Cabral is showing you more than Costa.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not. Listen, I don't know if it was his signing. I'm not even gonna get into it. But the decisions that you make on the field are your decisions. There's no president in your saying you have to make this happen. At least from what I know. The game's going well. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Stop trying to make it happen.
again,
I understand where he's coming from. He's trying to wake up his a
I don't.
high value player that they're playing. You're trying to wake him up somehow.
But at the same time, like you said, you have to get them going, right? I think you're 4-1 up. I think it's the time to make it happen,
bro.
when you're playing against a poor
we
defense.
see the
like
opposite
that.
though.
But forget about that. Listen, you want to get Costa going. You also want to get Grand Zero going because he hasn't been going, and he's got going. He scored 2 goals. Right? Like why clip his legs again? I'm not mad at it because we won 4. We ended up winning this game 5-2. Right? So I'm not mad at this game by no means. I just don't get that decision right there because we need a winger to get going. We need something to start producing for us that's not Chicho, not Jovic. Right?
Yeah.
My man just scored 2 goals for you, and he looked good the whole fucking game. He's not tired. He didn't seem like he was falling out like Vasquez was, right? Like let the man run. Okay, regardless though, Costa comes in, and surely enough, like right after that, we get the second goal scored, a 4-2. I wouldn't know about nervy, but
I was.
4-2.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, here we go again.
No, well, at least for me, it wasn't nervy. It just more
You
disappointing.
know why I
'cause,
was nervous? I think because the
Why?
subs had happened already,
like,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, like
You know,
right after
'cause
subs.
And I was like, was Efren at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one that passed for one of the goals. No,
Yeah, no, he scored. He scored the last one.
he scored the last goal. Sorry.
Um, I didn't get the sub because he comes in for
Vasquez.
who does Efren come in for?
Vasquez.
Vasquez, right? But he's not playing Cam, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Or he is?
Yeah.
But isn't Sasha in at that time?
No, not yet. He comes in
Oh,
afterwards.
okay. So, all right. So never mind. I was tripping. Because I didn't like the Sasha sub,
Yeah, me neither.
and we'll get there. But I was nervous when that sub happened because it's like, or we got scored, and I was like, all right, I'm a little nervous. But when that sub happens, I'm like, why are you gonna put 2 motherfuckers in the midfield that don't run?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand that substitution.
I
Yeah.
don't understand the coaching, man. That's what pisses me. I just don't get it. I wish I knew what his thought process was with these subs because you don't have to make these subs.
The Sasha one to get though. I posted a video today on Discord. I don't know if you saw with Sasha talking.
About his
He just talked about a bunch of things, but one of the things they talked about is he's in a pursuit for 100 assists.
oh
right?
yeah.
So like
He's on it, no?
He won off, right?
Yeah,
And
he was on it. Yeah, I get that.
we put 4 goals against the 4 goals against Vancouver with Jovic in the field already. I get it. Like if you're gonna get an assist, there's probably a good shot at it right here. Right. So I get that. I get that one at 4-2. Like I get it now. I get it now because I heard that and that kind of like I mean oh yeah that makes sense.
The Grandier for
at the
Costa?
time it happening though like I'm with you Masa.
I still
Grandier
don't
and
get
Costa,
it.
though?
Like, man, I'm not even tripping about that sub. My issue with the Sasha is not necessarily Sasha coming in. It's how you gonna have Efra and Sasha playing in the midfield
Okay.
at the same time.
Uh,
Like
uh, uh,
that, I don't get. Like if
Okay.
Efra would have came in for Cabral, and he would have played in the wing, and someone else was in the middle, then fine.
Here,
But you
here,
throwing two motherfuckers
and then
that don't run?
okay,
Come
but
on.
here, but let me stop you though. Did you see after this game?
Yeah.
You're not complaining that he didn't run. Because my man run. He like listen, I know he only got what was it, 20 odd minutes in the match. He ran the 20 odd minutes. So I get what you're saying, like at perspective from what he's shown us, 100%. What actually happened in the game, it wasn't that. Like Efra actually like put in work. Like he ran up and down. I mean, so much so you see him score a goal this game, right? Because he's on top of the six. Like
Yeah.
what you're saying, most of the time is 100% right. I don't think it's necessarily correct for this game because like he worked. Like and maybe I mean that was the top. Maybe that was the game plan from all along, right? Like, hey, I need you to fucking bust your ass because we're gonna put in Sasha and he ain't busting his ass. Whatever it was, like I again, it worked out, man. It worked out because like the subs actually, right? Like I'll say this, like besides Costa, because I think Costa had maybe three, four touches that were decent, but like Pana wasn't a non-factor, right? The Jovic obviously and Efra, they actually so much so they come out in the score sheet, right? Assist from Jean to Efra. I think that worked. I think Sasha didn't affect the game either. Like he wasn't bad. I think he tried to put some passes in. I think he moved the ball well when he had it, but he didn't cause any mistakes either. So at the end of the day, we might not like it, but the subs weren't didn't cause us anything this time. We have Aguirre come in and the 86, and it's a wrap 4-2. Let's call it a night. We're going home.
Yeah,
Psych as fuck.
When Aguirre came in, I was like, all right, I'm happy.
You
Someone can run.
lock it out.
Yeah.
But Vancouver was still going at it, so that allowed for a counterattack where you find Jovic out left, and he drives like he always does, and finds chicken nougat with a fucking lane.
Like he always does.
You know what I like about that Dejan move? That little cut in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Open the
It's
hips and come
because
back in.
like you know that Vancouver did their homework, right?
Yeah.
Because if that defender doesn't bite on that hip open,
He
then he
goes.
slots it. He slots that shit. So that
Dope.
shit's dope. Like when you
Is
have
it-
a striker and you have to worry about that shit, like is this motherfucker? Because up until that point, I hadn't seen Jovic take on someone like that. At least I don't recall this
Because
season.
because he's so swift with it, like he wants you to move, right. But when he didn't, his reaction and the fact that he could like pivot that movement, he has it unlocked so good that it's so swift, bro. Like that just real quick move to the inside, like fucking nice, man. Like it's really really swift. I fucks with it, and he find fucking Nefra, right? Which I'm hoping that fucking sparks something on him too. He scored a fucking goal. It wasn't a beautiful goal, whatever, but let's go. I think if anything though, like big ups to fucking Dejan because he gave an assist when you could have taken a shot as a striker. You could have taken a shot there, and I wouldn't have been mad if you would have taken a shot.
No
You know what I
one's
mean?
mad at that.
He probably would have scored it. To be honest, with his ass, but a pass to Efra, 5-2, man, and that right there is why I can't turn heel. Because my God, I got the 7-Eleven, the super gulp, big ass one full of Kool-Aid, dog. They had Kool-Aid in the fountain, so I just said all Kool-Aid, my God. Jesus Christ, man. Talk to me about Vasquez. I know you wanted to say something about the press conference.
Okay, so I watched the post game because I like watching shit like that, and Vasquez basically said that he's not 100%, but that Vanny told him that you know what, I'd rather you play this game because we need you, and Vasquez said, "Fuck it, then I'll play." So he, as good as he looked, he he's not 100%. So that's interesting. I mean, he'll probably get some rest now that we have Puig here.
Yep. So
But
that's what I took from that press conference, right? I think this was really just a demonstration of what Vanny wants from Puig. Right? I think he needs to be in the stance. He needs to be in the box. He's like, just look at Vasquez. You got more legs than he does. You understand the game like he does. This is what we need. And if that's what Vasquez did, if he just set the template for what Puig needs to do, okay. Because we won that game 5-2.
yeah,
Let me make sure you guys hear me, right? Like, we won that game 5-2. We didn't lose that game 5-2. We won that game 5-2. And for the way this has been going for this year with the Galaxy, that's a big fucking that's a big dub, right? Because we did it against a bad team. Like we've done this. Like we could play like this versus Lavas. We could play like this versus Austin. We could play like this against big boys, right? Like against the game again in Seattle earlier in the year. But we've struggled really bad against teams who don't have much to offer. When we have to be the ones creating it, we don't have to put the pace. We struggle bad. So the fact that they come out and put 5, yes, I don't like the fact that they let 2 in because I think it should have been 5-0. If the defense is focused, that's 5-0 game. Regardless of it though, like I like this victory a lot because of that. Because it showed us something we hadn't seen before. They showed a Galaxy who could be dominant when they need to be dominant. They beat a team they needed to beat. A team they should have beat. They beat them. And we can't say that often enough this season. So I'm happy about this victory. I'm back in the 4th place. And again, look where we ended up, right? Like, MLS is so fucking... Listen, George, I've been talking about this whole time. MLS is so fucking volatile. We're in 6th place because results just happened in our way.
Yep.
Right? Like, that 3 points didn't guarantee as much. I think it guaranteed 7th place or something like that. It guaranteed us being above the line. But because of other results, we ended up being in 6th place. I think we're 3 points away from or 5 points away from 3rd and like 4 away from 11th, right? Like, so it's still the same shit. Nothing has changed. It's kind of the spectrum's a little broader. 1st and 2nd, I think, are gone. Anything else is up for play. Here we go, boys. I want to talk about something real quick. I want to talk about something real quick.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about something because I want to know what you guys think about this, right? This game happens, we win 5-2, and then everybody who's in the Galaxy team as a player who has social media came out and said something about 10 finals to go. Every game is a playoff push. Woo.
Damn it.
How are we feeling about that?
It don't mean shit to me. Last year they did the same thing. It's a playoff push. Everything. It's a must win. Every game's a must win. And they went off and lost 4 out of the last 6. It doesn't mean shit to me. You talk the talk on the field. Vanny talks the talk. The players talk the talk. I have social media. I could talk as much shit as I want, just as much as I do. But I'm not. They're playing on the field. Every game was a playoff win. Every game was a playoff game last year. The last 3 games were playoff must wins. It don't mean shit to me. I do not care. I could care. If I had a shit to give, I'd throw it away and I'd give less than that shit. I don't care. I don't care about what you post on social media. Play.
It bugged me a little bit because why don't we have 34 finals then? Why don't we play every single game and then just beat everybody?
It's last season again.
It bugs me because this is a cheap way to try to re-engage the fans. Right?
But
They know
they're losing.
they know we're not happy with what they've been putting out. With 10 games to go, it's a final. No. What this means is locking your playoff place in the next few games. Right? And then let's start talking about how we're going to play in the playoffs. Don't have a shit 2.5 months. Come out and have a really good game and then say, okay, we need everybody's support. It's 10 games to the final. Or 10 games, 10 finals or whatever what they called it. Like, no, man. Like, it should have been 34 finals. Be committed the whole fucking season and don't make it a fucking thing. Listen, they win. If we're rocking 1st, 2nd place right now, you don't need to put out these corny ass messages. We'll be in the stands for you. Everybody be rocking with you. Fucking full stadium. Trust me, we've done this before.
When they're at the top, did they ever post, "Oh, thank you for coming. Oh, this is it"? No, they have to swag. I could care less.
Listen,
I could care less.
I'm rooting for them, right? Obviously, right? Kool-Aid man. I'm rocking with them, but I want them to have the same energy when we're on top, right? Like have that same energy coming into the next season and preseason. I need to start talking about 34 finals to go. Right? Not the last 10 when you won a game. Right? Or not backing up. We need to do better posts. Right? Not following, we need to do better posts. We need to show more for you guys posts. Like fuck all the social media posts. Just fucking get some games, win some games. And you don't have to say anything. We'll back you 100%. But just fucking come out and perform. Sorry, I just wanted to rant a little bit because like I actually took me by side when I seen everybody posting it. Come on, like show me in the field. Show me do that again. Replicate the game again and don't have to tweet anything to me. All right, they didn't tweet at me. But you know what I mean? Tweet at the Galaxy family.
It's a FO push. It's a FO. Hey, good shit. Go out there. Here, this is what we got set up for you.
Yeah, it's a marketing. It's a marketing. Maybe
Eh,
regardless whether it is or not. Like, fuck the tweets. Show it to me in the field. All
I
right.
think they could. Yes.
You think they care less?
Could I could I think that
Oh, you
they're
could
gonna
care
get
less.
paid
I thought you
regardless.
said. I
No,
thought you said.
them as players could
I
care
don't think so.
less.
I don't think so. I think. Look. See, I had that feeling many of times with this team. Not this
There's
team though.
very few. There's very few that do care. There's
No,
very
no.
few that don't care.
Who? Right. See, I don't see that. I think it's. I think
Who
there's a lot more. I think there's
okay,
a lot more that care that they don't. I think Julian cares. I think Derek cares.
Julian,
I think Dupuy cares. I think Koulibaly cares. I think
Dupuy doesn't care.
uh,
Koulibaly doesn't care.
okay, that's fine. But I know Raheem cares. Delgado cares. Brookman wants this because he just came in, right? I know Cabral wants it because he's been having shit time. Ganzier, he wants it. He's been Chicharito wants it more than anybody else.
Okay, now
No, fucking 3 times. All right, we gotta figure this out. We might move away from this point.
now.
Hold on,
Can
hold
you
on,
hear me?
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get you back on and then say what you gotta say. We might have to move away from Discord again, boys. This is not happening 3 times. Or no, let's try to even channel next pod. Here, let me set this up again. All right, you're saying
Let's differentiate caring from a personal level to caring about the team. Personally, you care about how you do. I think that's a Raheem Edwards. Personally, you care. I think that's. I personally don't think Koulibaly or any of the defense cares. Mary Derek Williams, Cheech cares. Cheech cares because that's just his personality. Is not just like, oh, I care about the team. It's just him as a person. Other than that, I'll give Julian. Yeah, you do care. Cheech, you do care. Jovelek, I think it's more of a personal thing. I'll give it to him.
so.
But other than that,
Well, see, again, like, I'm gonna be. I always see things in different spin, right? So, like, I understand why me and you don't see eye to eye this, but here, let me make it even a basic question. Like, this team, as a unit, right? Like the players within each other, they do
don't
not
compare it to any other.
No, I'm not comparing to anybody. I'm comparing to the Galaxy. Like this squad, do they not seem more in cahoots with each other than previous years? Or am I just is that just my perspective and that's how I'm seeing
You
things?
comparing though. That's you compare. That's exact
To
to
the Galaxy
previous
teams.
years.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that. No, I hate this
I
whole.
see that.
Yeah, but I hate this whole like we're comparing shit to shit. We're still not good. Like
Wait,
we were
wait,
at
wait,
an
wait,
all.
wait, wait. We had 10 games to go, and we're in 6th place, 5 points away from third, 5 points away from 11th.
And we
You
were-
can't
we were
you
in
can't
third-
say shit yet. You can't say shit yet because we're in 6th place.
We were in third place at the beginning of the year, just like we were the year before that.
Okay, so you're comparing the team before then. You're just doing the
No,
same thing
but
you
you're
say you hate.
saying camaraderie as no, because then when Jonah was here and everybody else was there, with Jova, Leggett, Gio, that's
Yeah.
camaraderie. That's
No.
togetherness
That was a
feel
click. That was a click. And we talked about that. That was a click. We talked about it in this pod. That was a click. I'm not arguing that you should see it or not, right? Because I see shit in different spins, so I get it. But I think this team is more of a unit, is more together. Therefore, I believe like they want it more, right? Because they want it for each other, therefore the club.
I think the narrative is different because we won a 5-2. I think if we lost that game, we wouldn't be saying that.
No. Because look at every single player when we're taking these fucking bad L's. There's not a single player that's not upset, right? Many of times we've seen take bad L's, and the team just kind of walk away, don't give a fuck, shrug it off, like, all right, I guess we lost. This team, like, listen, I hated it because I don't want them to come over here and say we're sorry that we're not playing good. I want them to come over here and celebrate with us because we won. But this team right here, like the full team, bench, staff, everybody has come up to the end line and put their hands up, saying, "Hey, we know we got to do better." Something we had not seen. When is it? I mean, we had like Alessandrini come through, but that's a player, right? Like this time, like so to me, like this team seems more together, and because of that, I think they want it for each other more. Is that going to help us in the field or not? I don't know, but like I can't get back to you and saying like they don't care because I don't see it that way. I think they actually care, and again, it might not be for the press, but they care for the team.
Now, question in the past, that same team that didn't come over when they won, did you see them post anything?
No. No, but again, but this team also has done the same thing, and I just said like I don't need the like we got to do better posts too, right? Like the same way I don't need the like this every game's a final. I don't need the like we got to do better. Give me some pity posts, right? Like I don't need none of those posts. And again, I don't need to come up.
losing us. That's what I personally feel like. It's been a lot. There's
Yeah.
been a lot of it.
What?
They're losing
100%
us.
because yeah, 100%. And they care. They care enough that they are.
They care now that they're losing us.
Yeah. Again, we have many of losing seasons in the past half decade or so, maybe more, and we haven't seen this again. We fucking went on a tangent, derailed, but I think this team cares for each other. I think they're more as a team right now. Therefore, like they care to win for each other and they care for the club. That's all I'm saying. All right, we got tomorrow, a Friday night game.
Dun dun dun.
This is
Here we go.
this game.
Here we
This
go.
game's gonna peel back the end. This game's gonna really call us out.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to hear. Listen, I do not want to hear that this Seattle's team is less than us. This is still a Seattle team. This is a Seattle. This is still Seattle.
Yeah, I
This
don't
is still
think
the Reed Diaz that
I don't
scores
think
8 out of 8
anyone
on us.
feels this.
This is a real test. I could not care less. I don't care if we lose and we look good. That does not mean shit to our points. It doesn't mean
Not
shit
anymore.
to any. It does not mean shit. We lose, we
Here,
lose. We win, we win. We need
let,
to win. I don't care for a tie.
let me
We're
set it up
not
for you.
tying at home.
Let me set it up for you, right? Their record our record stands at 10-3-11 with 36 goals in favor, 34 against, a goal differential of 3 plus 3 with 33 points. Seattle's coming in with 25 games, one game more than us, 10 wins, two draws, 13 losses, 32 in favor, 31 against, with a plus 1 goal differential and 32 points. There's literally a couple goals and a point that separate us, right? With the difference between them and us, that you look at Seattle and you're like, oh, that's a good team going through a bad spell. You look at us and I'm not sure where we at. Still top 4. Just kidding. But I don't know where we are. Like, you can't look at this team and say, hey, this is a good team going through a bad spell. Right? Because what JT said, like, we're the shadiest team. We lose to any team and win to any team. You're spot on. There's no excuses here. Like, because they're 32 points, there's no way we could take an L right now. All right. COG had interesting, or had not interested. That just they pointed something out. Most of our remaining games are against the West Coast. Oh no,
East
sorry.
Coast.
The Western Conference, not West Coast, Western Conference. Most of, with the exception of TFC and Rebs, I believe, the rest of the games are against the West. Yep, the rest of the games are against the Western Conference. Means that every single game is mad important, right? Because we have so many games, we're gonna be shifting positions a lot if we're not just taking points every single fucking game. Seattle's the first, especially coming out of the 5-2 victory against Vancouver. Come on and do it against a team that wants to, that's in your position, that wants the playoff spot that you're fighting for. Come on and take it. Man, we played against this team at the beginning of the year, and I thought we had a really good game. And at that point of the season, we just couldn't fucking defend the set piece. So let's see. Let's see if we figure that out and have Seattle's number against the home. Talk to me, boys. What do you want to see here? Lineups, the way we play. Game some.
Be direct, score fast, score
Put your name
first. Yes, be direct, score fast, score first. That's all we're going to be able to do. That you need to expose yourself in order to beat this type of team.
What does that mean?
need
Talk
to
to me.
be direct and be
Talk to me in soccer terms. Like, what does that mean, right? How do we expose ourselves? What is it? What is it you're looking for?
I want the ball to go directly down the middle and make. I want a fast-paced touch in the second third of the attacking field, meaning that if we lose the ball, our defense is kind of left on an island. But the only way to beat these type of teams is to do that, is to go out and press, go out and attack. That whole possession, that whole play it back and try to find your moment, it doesn't work with these type of teams.
Marcel, what do you got to say about this? Because he's speaking your language, I think.
I agree with him. I feel like this is the game you do take risk because I'm starting Ricky tomorrow. If I'm Greg Vanny.
Yeah.
You got Brugman and Delgado.
Yep.
So you have a young central midfield core that can do dirty work and can play both ways. So yeah, you need to be direct. And with that, those three midfielders, there's no reason why Raheem Edwards and Julian Araujo are not overloading their flanks. And hopefully it's Grancier and Cabral just
Mm-hmm. All right.
running and attacking.
Let's
So
do lineups.
let me stop. Let me stop you there. Yeah, because we're talking about this. What do we see? Obviously, Bond is a goal, right?
Yes.
Bond is a goal. Um, Araujo,
Yes.
Yes.
and then talk to me. Who's the center
Vanny,
back
if you
pairing?
even think that Gaspar is a fucking an option at this point, I don't understand why you sat Raheem Edwards for 3 out of the 3 games. I
Can we
I
go back to
do
center
not
backs?
get it.
Who are your center backs? And then we fight. We fight for
I'm
Raheem.
on the left. I'm on the left right now. I'm on the left. Raheem, you need to start this game. Vanny, for the life of me, I don't know why the fuck Gaspar was in that. I don't understand. If you're trying to prove a point, you're proving it to the wrong player. Start Raheem Edwards. All right, we got the left out the way, boys. Let's get the center backs.
Who's the center back pairing? Who we thinking there?
It's gotta be
Derek Williams,
Williams.
All right, Derek Williams and
Sega Koulibaly.
No, I'm gonna say Nick DePew. I'll take my chances with DePew over Koulibaly.
Bitch, you just had Koulibaly on your right hand side like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, and I said never mind.
just kidding.
Yeah.
It was a moment like an hour ago.
I'm gonna say Nick DePew. Um,
I'm not mad at whoever's in there, to be honest with you.
I just don't want, if it ever comes a point where we're struggling to fucking find that option when we're retaining the ball, I don't want to see Koulibaly take off.
Holding the ball. I don't want to see him
And I
holding the
know,
ball.
and I know Nick is not gonna do that shit. Nick is gonna boot it if he has to, bro. So yeah,
Never mind, Massa. You're 100%. Koulibaly. I mean, Dupuy.
I'll take DePew and Williams.
Just if
Got
we're
me
saying that
playing.
we want to be risky, then we need a Dupuy that kind of stays there, not a Koulibaly that pushes up. The
Yep.
pushing up should be from
My wingers.
the
I mean
wingers
my
and
wing
up, not
backs.
the center
Yeah.
backs.
So we got a defensive line that consists of
Yeah.
Araujo, Dupuy, Derek Williams, and Raheem. Right?
Yeah.
I'll focus myself. I think it's gonna be Delgado, Brookman, and Puig on the midfield.
Ricky. Yeah.
George, you go
Yep,
against that?
100%. Be Puig, Brugman, and Delgado.
Yep.
And then I'm with you again. I think you rock that front three, right? With Grancier, Cabral, and Cheech.
Yep.
They produce.
You have to.
So here, let me hit you something, right? That's essentially a
Four,
four,
two,
a
two,
4-3-3, a 4-2-3-1, like however you want to say it, but that variation of it, right? Where it's like 3 attackers, 3 midfielders, and a line of 4. Take a wild guess. How has Seattle been lining up?
I think they played 3 at the back. I think.
No,
I haven't watched Seattle this season.
at least
Yeah.
the last 3 games they played with a 4 in the back, 2 in the middle, 3-1. So essentially a 4-3-3, different variation of it. This if we come out that way, it's going to be very much so a man-to-man thing, right? Because the zones where all the players should be at are going to be occupied by their equal in the other team, which is interesting. Because listen, no. All right, before I give everybody a cup of fucking Kool-Aid, I'm gonna let y'all talk and then I'll come through. Let me just give you what they've been lining up with, right? The back line I don't recognize, but I'll say it anyways. But it's free in the back. Tolo, Arrega, Gomez, and Roldan. The midfield: Rusnak, Leiva, Roldan, Lodeiro, Morris, and Rui Diaz.
Rui Diaz.
Well, listen, for what it's worth, like that's not a bad,
No.
especially the midfield up, right? The midfield up, consisting of Rusnak, Roldan. Against Atlanta, it was Morris, Lodeiro, Bruin, right? They have Morris healthy with Lodeiro in there too, and Rui Diaz. That's not. I mean, Midfield and defense not gonna, it's not gonna be easy day in the fucking Parkland, bro.
No.
No,
How do
this team's
defensively?
everywhere.
So I think attacking wise, we know what we got to do, right? Get Cabral, get Granzier running at the same levels, pushing the lines, have Cheech look for space, give the ball to Puig, have him be the maestro in the midfield, right? Easy enough. How do we defend this? Because the way we're coming to them, they're gonna be coming to us. Get away from here.
You hold, you have to hold either Brugman or Markey. Either or, one of them has to hold. They need to stay put. They need to stay put down the middle to be that once they see momentum comes, early foul or try to stop the play. That's all it's hard. It's hard because we're leaving ourselves exposed.
Yep.
It is what it is. A big thing that the defense needs to do is not get caught bot watching, especially
Yeah,
now.
hell yeah, man.
Three Diaz could
No,
run up. He's gonna be my wide receiver too this year in fantasy football. That's how good he is off the ball. He could
man.
fucking shake. You can't do that. Is Morris up?
Morris
Morris
is
got
in.
speed.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Morris
saying.
got speed down the flank. You can't get caught bot watching. And it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick transitions. You got to stop these early transitions, get the early fouls, and be okay with it.
I think big thing too is having Edwards and Araujo understand when to push up and when to fucking stay. Maybe it's right goes, left stays, left goes, right stays. You know what I mean? Something like that. Because that pace, right? Like Rudy is not somebody like he's gonna be looking down the middle, but he won't start down the middle. Like he'll veer off to the right, he'll veer off to the left. He'll change his runs and then get the middle. I'm gonna say this right, like Koulibaly, Dupuis, Derek Williams, Zavaleta, Jalen Neal, right? Like anybody, all our center backs, I don't think the forte is tracking these elusive runners, right? It's kind of worrisome. I think we're gonna need a lot of support from Araujo and Raheem, right? But I'll tell you who I think has to be like the fucking man, even more so than Cheech, even more so than Puig. I think Brugman has to be the fucking man this game.
One of them in the middle has to. Whichever one stays.
I think Brugman has to be the man who's gonna be cutting those lanes, dog. Forcing him to make the pass back or lateral or just a bad pass or cut him off. Because I think if him and Brugman and Delgado, but I think Brugman more because what he displayed so far, right? Like defensively, he understands the shit. If he could cut out these
Yep.
lanes and stop these attacks before they fucking fully get going, I think that's where we win the game, right? Because
I agree.
if we get Brugman fucking getting the ball back while they're in transition, then we can hit him back. Then we can hit him right out to Cabral, out to Granzier, and have him exploit the space. It's a tough game though, man. I'm excited for it because the team has stepped up against the bigger clubs. So I'm hoping Seattle. I mean, I don't think I'm not hoping. I know Seattle's gonna come for it because they want the 3 points just
Of
as much
course
as we
they
do.
are.
So it should be a good game.
What
Angel.
scares me about this?
Oh yeah, go for it.
The fact that we always say all we need to do is get into the playoffs and we're dangerous. I think this is what Seattle is right now. I think this is exactly what it is. They just need a spot inside of the playoffs. Right now, they're
Yeah.
currently sitting out of it, and they need to get these games in order to get inside. And I think we're kind of standing at the door for them right now. And I have my prediction for this game. Um, I don't know. It scares me. It scares me because these are the type of games that they need to prove and they need to win to just get in. Because then they're gonna start coming back, falling back down, falling back down, falling back down. That's the last thing
Who?
that they need. Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. Yeah. Yeah.
The
No.
pressure, the hunger with
Yeah.
because they
But
need at this point they need it more than us
I don't.
because they're at a lower position. We need it mentally to prove to ourselves that we could stand, and we're
No.
so inconsistent.
I just read the stats. It's 2 goals and 1 point that separate us. Like that ain't shit. I think. Listen, how they feel. That's what your question. Fair. They shouldn't. Right. Both these teams equally need this. Right. listen, for what it's worth, like one way or the other, it's gonna be a 2 point swing, right? Like so, like we need like we win is 4 points clear. If we lose, they take 2 points advantage of us, right? Like this
And
is
that's why when you start mentioning like, oh, we're this much out of fourth, the team that we're playing is currently out of playoffs, and this loss could switch it up.
well, listen. I haven't been fooling you. I said we were 5 points away from third place and 3 points away from 11th place.
Usually, just say the third place, and then we kind of cut it off.
Okay, but right now I've been saying 5 points away from third place, 3 points away from 11th place. I get it. I told you. Like, listen, I want to turn heel. I'm not gonna turn heel, but I'm a little bit more neutral right now, right? Because fuck this team.
Yeah, fair.
Fuck this team. It's getting me. Listen, I need to see it though. Like this is it. That you want to talk about a final? This one right here, right? This to me, I will say a lot about the rest of the season. Right, back to back dubs at home against Western Conference opposition.
Fair.
Man, let's have another weekend where all the results fall for us.
I think
And
we
we
gotta
mix it.
keep drinking.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Hell no, fuck.
Man, I just hope for victory. Let's get some predictions and get the fuck out of here because it's late again.
All right, I'll start. We lose 2-1.
Interesting.
I think we lose
Masa.
2-1, and
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Ricky shows very well. I think Ricky has a really, really, really good showing, but we lose 2-1. Defensive
like it.
mistakes.
I think we win tomorrow. Um, it's gonna be a high scoring game, so I'm gonna go 3-1.
Jeez.
Galaxy.
Who scores for you?
Cheech, uh, Cabral, and
Say
Derek
Ricky, no
Williams.
seas cobarde.
Derek Williams gets one off a set piece.
All right, I'll fuck with that. I also think it's gonna be a high scoring game. It's gonna be 4-3 in my opinion, though.
Good
Uh,
God.
Yep, I think it's 4-3. I think it's across the board with our frontmen, Grazier, Cabral, Cheech, and then Joe Malik with the
Come
sub.
on, pinche cobarde. Ricky scoring tomorrow.
No, I think he might get like 3 assists. That's what I need from him. I don't want him to score. I want him to fucking put in the ball so Cheech can score. I want him
I'll
to
be
slide in
dope
the
if he
ball.
scores though. I'll be happy. He's not a goal scorer though,
Like,
so
listen, but
don't expect that from him.
I'll celebrate 3 assists if he scores like it's a hat trick. You know what I mean? Yo, if we get somebody to give us multiple assists in one game, son, I'll be happy. All right, we have any questions, George? Did we check?
Yeah, we got two that Angel sent us from IG, and they go as who is this? Who is this? Tony Banuelos wants to know. Would Vanny have the balls to bench Costa the rest of the season and have him come on for Granzier? Also, touch on potentially having none of our current DPs next season. Is it possible to have all three new ones? To the DP, we're staying with Cabral. That's 100%. Costa, we've talked about it. Depending on the time, hopefully the G's have enough balls to fucking cut that loose. And Cheech, I don't know. What do you guys think about the three DPs before we touch about Costa?
I hope
Uh,
listen, I hope Cheech goes out with a bang. That's all I'm saying. I hope Cheech goes out
All
with
right.
a bang.
Yeah, I don't think Cheech is here next season.
I hope he goes out with a bang.
Costa shouldn't be here next season. And
I hate
Cabral-
that. I hate that the fact that Cheech leaves when Costa, we don't know if he can leave or not.
And then Cabral, if
We're
we
stuck
could buy
with
him down, that should be dope. But he's here.
All
All right,
at this point, I'm sorry. Just real quick,
ahead.
Cabral doesn't have to leave for him not to be a DP, right? Because at this point, that'll be coming into his third year. I think averages we could probably extend his contract to 4 years and put him at a 10.
And then buying down. Yep.
Yep.
Do you guys think Vanny has the balls to bench Costa the rest of the season and have him come off for Granzier?
He's already doing that.
Doing that, but the problem is that we don't want Costa to come on for Granzier if he's having a good game.
Yeah, that part, right? But if if his legs are done, if he's a starting guy and his legs are done, Costa off the bench, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
I'm not
But if you
mad
want
at
to bring
that.
Paris off the bench, I'm cool with that too.
All right, Out the Dungeon wants to know, did Ricky change this team and lead us into the playoffs? Ricky completely changes his team and we go into playoffs with the 5th seed, 6th seed.
Fourth, they just say it, maybe fourth. Listen, We'll see, right? Because
Yep.
he could be a dope midfielder, but if he doesn't have the keys to put in the last pass, so Cabral could get tap ins, so Cheech could get tap ins, so Grancier could get tap ins, how much does it change it? Massa just said it. He's not a goal scorer, so we're not
If he
banking on him
takes,
scoring goals.
listen, if he's selfish and takes a shot and the goalie deflects it and then it lands on one of our forwards, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, yeah, but it just is not. That's not the player he is, right? Like if he gets an open
Yeah.
shot, if there's a look, he'll take his look. But
But he's a
when
fast
he picks up the
burst.
ball, yeah, when he picks up the ball, he's gonna look for the space, right? And again, I'm hoping he clicks and he can find that often and soon, right? I'm really hoping that happens. But if it doesn't, we're in the same position with a really quality player, but we can't find the goal. Right, biggest thing. Listen, even when we were winning those 1-0 games or those 2-1 games, we were talking about how much we could have won that game by 5 if we would put them all in. So we just need somebody to kind of start putting those balls back in and creating these chances. And right, hopefully, speech.
That's it.
All right, we got one from Discord, and I have to say it. I have to say it just because of the name, just because his name. I haven't even read the question yet. I just read his handle, and now I had to say it right. We have a question coming in from Wu Tang is for the children. Let me repeat that shit one more time, dog. We got a question coming in from Wu Tang is for the children, and y'all fucks with your fucking handle. Wu Tang is for the children. Ask if Ricky is a legit game changer. Is it enough for a decent playoff run? Right. So now we're establishing that he's a game changer. Right. Like his question is, if he's a legit game changer, is it enough for a decent playoff run? My answer is yes.
No, first round still.
Um,
If we
it,
get to the playoffs.
it all depends on how he performs the rest of the season. Because to me, he's not a game changer.
No. Listen, the question is right. Like, I know what you're saying. The question is though, if he's a legit game changer, we
If he's a
can
legit game changer,
here,
absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you this right. 8 assists and 2 goals in the remaining 8 games. That's game changer.
8 assists.
Enough. 8 assists and 2 goals in the next 10 games.
I'll give him 5 goals.
5 goals?
I'll give him 5 goals.
Okay, but listen, let's bring it back. All I'm saying, I'm making it an even lower bar, right? Eight assists and 2 goals. I think in the next 10 games is game changing for us because I should have brought this up. I don't think anybody has assists that high right now, right? Because we haven't had one person who unlocks the game for us.
Do you count hockey assists?
No. I want
Just
8
straight up
assists
assists?
from his
Oh,
boot to the goal.
that's tough.
I don't think. Oh, okay. Listen, I'm not even saying that's what he's banking on, right? I'm saying that's game changer enough. Going into the playoffs with a player who gave us 8 assists, 2 goals in 10 games, with everybody else around him, how good are we in playoffs?
Not good.
Third place, baby.
You're smoking dick.
Man, listen. I again telling this game right now, right? Tomorrow's game, very telling for this, right? We see how Preacher does.
La filosofía del Cholo, dog. Partido a partido. Starts tomorrow.
Yeah, dog. You want to tweet that too? You want to tweet that too, dog? Corny ass.
Partido a
Oh.
partido.
Listen, all I'm saying, if he gets anywhere near eight assists, 2 goals, or 5 assists, 5 goals, right? Like Massa says, 5 goals. That's gonna change us because it's been hard. Jovic has 9 goals off the bench. Yeah, I mean Cabral has 1 goal. Grancier has 2 goals. Delgado with 1. I'm trying to think of who scored the goals for us, but there's not a lot.
Ranzier, Delgado.
Edward has 1 maybe. But again, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
Edward did not have one.
that's what I'm saying. Nobody consistently has been able to provide that for us, right? So we get 8 assists for somebody. That means whether it's 8 goals for Chicharito or 4 and 4 or it's spread around, it don't matter. Like if we get players who get somebody who's giving me assists, that means somebody else scoring, right?
Costa got 2.
Costa has 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you because he's a man with facts, but I don't believe you. All right. Listen, tomorrow should be dope. If we can make it, I know it's horrible because of traffic. If you can make it out. It's gonna be a good time.
You can make it. Hop on the fucking fast track without the transponder. It's like $5-6 for the ticket. Like that shit is worth it.
Pagame el ticket, pendejo, pues.
Como mierda, hijo de puta.
Listen, man. again, tomorrow's telling. I think tomorrow's going to determine a lot of people's heads, right? Or where this team stands and what the future of this team is for this season, because it's a big test, and I'm looking forward to it, especially with knowing that Puig is going to be in the lineup tomorrow. Hopefully, he's the one that unlocks it for us. But with that being said, it's in the episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm Baruti at I'm Smarts on Twitch, I'm Smarts on Twitter, I'm Smarts on the gram.
Follow me at Ricky Puig, LADodgers.com.
Push.
Shut up, pussy.
Say it.
My ex.
Say it so we can leave.
Peace,
Yeah,
peace, love, and Jesus.
Peace. Yeah, have a good one.
God said his boys.